If you are a parent and you have children inside of public school or in public daycare, please do not pass this message. You are going to want to hear about this story. Yesterday, I received a phone call and I was asleep, and I immediately called the person back that called me. And I found out that my little 13-year-old cousin that has autism was missing. Now, he has a GPS system through his medical provider. I think it's called Angel, and it identifies where he's at, and it allows his mother to speak to him and to redirect him due to his autism. And you will not believe where this child was. His mother called up to the school. The school could not tell her where the child was, couldn't give her any information. And so the system shows where the child went out of bounds, what time, where the child went, and how long the child was there. So she immediately got into the system with another family member of mine whose child is also on the same system. And you will not believe who had this child. The vice principal and another teacher took my cousin to the vice principal's house, and they were molesting and taking away the innocence and advantage of my cousin who has autism. He is a male with autism, and they were in there literally taking advantage of him. See, we have to stop trusting these people, because just because something's not on somebody's criminal record does not identify who this person is. These people have access to our children. We are the ones that are supposed to be protecting our children and advocating for them. And we are handing them over to a system that gets to take advantage of them and tell us what we can and cannot do. This broke my heart, because his father is incarcerated and he's coming home soon. And I have to, how can I explain this to his father? How can I tell him that his son, his little boy, see, this could have been any of us. And what's blowing my mind is, why isn't this across the news? Why? Why isn't this front page news? Why isn't the people being identified that's involved in this? This just happened yesterday. Why is it that we of color get treated so differently when it comes to anything that we face? And you can't tell me there's no difference, because if this was any other person, this would have been on all platforms, in all media. But because it's not even being revealed. And so I'm revealing this because we have to stop trusting in these people. I remember about 2-3 years ago, the Lord gave me a dream. And in this dream, during this time, I was in the book of Revelations. And the Lord was showing me the 4 beasts of the earth. And the Lord gave me a vision of the 4 beasts. And he started identifying to me the government, the school system, and all these different programs and resources that we rely on every day. See, these are the people that are killing us. These are the people that are taking advantage of us. They're the cause to our health. They're the cause to everything that we got going on, all for the profit of money. See, this is another story of a child whose innocence was taken, and they can never be replaced. And out of all people, a vice principal and another teacher, which tells me that this is all over the school. Because how could two men be comfortable enough to team up together to perform such a heinous act against a defenseless child? Please, for all of y'all out there, I'm not doing this for any other purpose but to outreach and influence others so that they can protect their children. Please do everything on this screen. Like, comment, share. This message needs to reach the world, because this behavior and all of this stuff that continues to keep happening in my community and in others' community has to stop. That we have to stand up for our children, because there's nowhere in the world that this should have ever occurred. See, those teachers didn't know what that child had on them. They didn't know that child had a GPS system. They didn't know that his whereabouts was identified when they took him. See, no one's going to ask a vice principal where you're taking a child when the vice principal's taking the child anywhere. They're going to automatically believe that the child is in good hands the same way we do. It has to change, people. We have to get on our knees, pray to God, and we have to start dedicating our lives to our children and saying, forget anything else. We created them and we got to protect them, because the system that we're relying on is taking full advantage of our children. And there are the reason behind a lot of the issues that our children face when they become adults and the hindrances that they begin with. I'm trying to explain to y'all, please pass this message, because this really, really broke my heart to hear this. My Lord, y'all be blessed.